I'm never gonna back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, my time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction, he's going around the outside, both of them! Maloney!
Oh, he's taking Anderson! Anderson's up to
Oh my god!
Big crash! Oh my goodness, half the field's gonna get rolled!
Second very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly.
Oh, there we go!
Oh no! That's massive! This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my god!
God, what?
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to V8 Supercar America Series right here on SimSpeed. My name is JD Smith. With me tonight, Kane Kraft, as we get ready to bring you some Supercars action from the Hungaroring. Kane, welcome to the show. How are you this week?
I'm pretty good this week. A little nervous. New track for everybody. I'm sure the guys have gotten lots of practice on it, maybe even a race or two. But new track for us. This will be our first time covering the race here. It's going to be fun, I hope.
It'll be a learning experience as we see how things unfold here tonight. And we'll see how the guys do. Like you said, first time for everybody. This is a new track on the iRacing service, so we will see how the guys do. We're going to have a field of, I believe, 25 cars is what the field's going to look like tonight. So a nice field tonight. Some familiar names in the field as well. So we have a lot to look forward to, as this season has been a pleasant one so far. We have had some great races thus far. If you guys have been with us since week one, it has been a really fun ride, and we're hoping that ride will continue tonight, and we'll see what the guys can do. We've had really great racing, not just up at the front. We've had great racing really all throughout the field. Last week we had great battles for position, literally from the front of the pack all the way to the back. It was really good racing all the way to the end.
Yeah, it was. On screen now you can see the track. A heck of a run into turn one, 640 yards. Pit speed on this track, 30 miles an hour. That's the slowest in iRacing. So these guys are going to have a long trip down pit lane.
Yes, very long and very easy to speed on when it's that slow. It just feels awkward compared to some of the other pit roads. So you really have to wash all that speed off. So we're going to see if we have any penalties tonight, see if we have any of those pit road infractions, and they can be very costly, as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, tonight our pit window is going to be between lap 6 and lap 20, JD. So a little earlier pit window than normal. My guess is we won't see too many people in that early area, but they've surprised us before.
Yeah, you never know. Like you said, when we come to a new track, you really don't know what the trends will be. But 70 miles for tonight's race distance, and that's a good distance here. I think it's going to provide some great race, and I think we're going to have a treat on our hands. 3 minutes remaining in qualification. As I say each and every week, of course, you know, grid position is critical, especially at a new track, because you don't know kind of what's going to happen with the field. You really want that advantage tonight. So like you said, with just under 3 minutes left in qualification, let's take a look at how the guys are running out on the track. Currently, it looks like Checkered has the fastest time on track, and fighting hard behind him is Rian Leonich and Brian Borg. So they're right there with him as well. Kenneth Ladder in the picture as well.
Yeah, current points leader on screen right now, Brian Borg, trying to set a lap that might get him up into that top 3 or 4 where he'll be able to have a good race up there.
Well, let's see what Jared Bailey, let's see if he can do anything. And look at this. He ran his fastest lap for him, moved him up to 6th. And Jason Fewens, looking at the emu, I love that purple and yellow emu livery right there on Jason Fewens, number 14 Mustang. I like the color combo on the livery.
I do too. I like that it's completely different, so that we'll be able to tell that that's Jason Fewens right off just by a glance. Some of those, they change just a little bit of color, and it makes it kind of hard to tell who's who.
Yes, it does. It does, especially teammates, and they both have identical paint schemes, or like you said, extremely similar. It can really throw a commentator off. And so it does make it nice. Plus, I just like seeing different liveries out there. We have so many good paints out there compared to years ago that it's awesome. These things are just gorgeous. I love seeing different paint schemes.
I've always thought that the supercars always had better paint schemes than most of the other guys. They always seem to take a little more time on their paint schemes, and now that they've gotten extra technologies to work with, they're blowing it away.
Just under 30 seconds remaining. You're looking at Travis Rodriguez on screen. He gets really wide there, so it's going to spoil his end of qualification. So with just a few seconds left, let's take a look here at our starting grid. Your pole sitter tonight is going to be Corey Shepard. That 1:45 is going to be your best time. Rian Leonich is going to be on the outside of row 1. As we look behind them, it'll be Dylan Pereira and Brian Borg. Back in row 3, it'll be Kenneth Latter, followed by Jared Bailey. As we move back to the 4th row tonight, it'll be Bruce Tannick and Sebastian Tessier. As we move to row 5, it'll be James Chastanoff and Corey Brand. And we move back to row 6, it'll be Wade Sheedy and Chad Williams. In row 7 tonight, it'll be Darren Shannon alongside Jason Fewens. In row 8, we'll have Mike Budzine and James Woods. In the 9th row tonight, it'll be Michael Bandini and Alexander Van de Zant. And that is the 9th row. As we look at row 10, it'll be Adam Moore with Stephen Banks, followed by Damian Cooper and Gary Valletta in row 11. The 12th row consists of Ben Stewart and Andrew Johnston. And with that, guys, we are getting ready to go racing at the Hungaroring, and we're just a few moments away.
Real quick, before these guys get gridded up and go, I'm going to run through where the points sit coming into this race. Brian Borg in the lead, Kenneth Latter in the 2nd spot, Thomas Freeman in 3rd, and Tony Klusterman in that 4th place.
And it looks like just about everybody is gridded. We're waiting on one more to hit the grid. The lights will be lighting up here in just a moment. And we're going to see a brand new track here on the iRacing simulator tonight, the Hungaroring.
Good luck to everybody from Vincent Skilbeck in the YouTube chat. That was nice of him. He's not going to race this week. He's not too comfortable with the track.
No worries. That's what those drop rounds are all about. All right, we should be right there. I think we're getting ready. Revs are up. And the lights get on. Let's go. We are racing right here at the Hungaroring, right here in the America Series. We're away.
Four wide back in the back. Holy smokes.
So far, so good. Lots of guys getting where they need to go, fanning out just right. So far, no big trouble. Corey Shepard able to hold his position in the lead. Side by side, James Chastanoff and Tichier battling it out hard for position. Tichier on the inside, Sebastian holds it down, but in the end, it is Chasty who gets the position. And Rian Leonich did file in second. Behind him, he's going to have his teammate Dylan Pereira right there with him. That could be very beneficial with those two working together in the second and third position. Just behind them, it is Brian Borg in the Racecraft number 2 Mustang.
Mike Budzine off and into the gravel.
Hate to see that. I always liked old Mike Budzine, always representing ambassador and leader for the America Series. And we are going to take another look at this replay here from the start of the race.
Looks like he did a pretty good job. Ooh, that Ben Stewart's gotten into some trouble.
Yeah, the old Detroit Mustang in some trouble there. A good view there looking back from Mike Pudzine here. And there it is. Boom. And there's your light contact, just enough. Let's head back live. Keep us up to date on what's going on the
tough
track.
look for Bailey. Jared Bailey. He had a tough start to sitting back into the back of the pack, or mid-pack, and now he's had an accident that spun him around and destroyed his car. He's bailed out.
Stephen Banks as well. The KFC Mustang off as well. Let's take a look at the VRS replay on that. We were coming back live, and bam, bam, we had a bang, bang play here. Look at Jared Bailey right there in the rising Commodore. Here comes the incident there. Just loses the back end on that one, and then the contact is made. Bam, another. It was actually 3 cars in the contact. I did not know that until the replay here.
Yeah, I think if he would have just stepped on the brakes, all the other cars would have got by just fine, but he stepped on the gas instead, and I think that's what caused the contact with the KFC machine.
Brian Board was able to move up just a moment ago. Rian Leonich ahead of him, but behind him we saw Dylan Pereira. He's fallen back 2 positions, got a little bit of contact behind him with Bruce Tannick. Bruce Tannick going to try to make a move on him as well. Chastity in the mix as well. We got contact, door-to-door action, and it's trouble around the mag and turbo machine of Bruce Tannick goes around. Boy, they were getting so racy right there. I knew something was afloat, and we saw it right there with Bruce Tannick getting sent around. We'll take another look. Yeah, you see, they were running really tight right here, getting very racy, and run out of room, really. Let's see. It kind of backed up a little bit, and he was right on the bumper of Pereira there. And then you see down on the inside here, the Emu machine tried to get in there, and the curve, the guardrail came up, had nowhere to go, and when he moved over to avoid the guardrail, the contact was made. And that is pretty much what you're looking at right there on screen. So a tough break early in this one. This is round 4 of the V8 Supercar America Series. If you guys are just joining us on board right now with Alexander Van de Zandt, and he is representing that American flag there in his Holden, and keeping things afloat right now early in this one. New track, and we're seeing some good racing thus far since the drop of the green flag. Just 3 laps in, and a long way, a lot of racing left to go.
Top 10 spot there for Alexander so far. So having a good race so far.
Yeah, looking good right now. Started 18th, came up to 9th.
Nice.
That is a run. That is what you call a run. And let's see here. Love the purple and black here. I'm not going to pronounce the sponsor, because if I do, I will butcher that. Looking off from Wade Sheedy here. He started 11th. You see, he's up to 8th. So we have some guys on the move here, and only 3 make it almost 4 laps time. And lots of action here early here at the Hungaroring.
Dylan Pereira has caught back up to Kenneth Latter at that 4th position rather, and really putting the pressure on Kenneth Latter there. Kenneth getting a little bit faster through that turn there, able to get a little bit of space.
Yeah, what started out looking like a good run there from Pereira ends up with Kenneth Latter breaking that away. And we saw Pereira up a few positions. He lost a couple, and it's really unfortunate because he had quite a good thing going when he was up there with his teammate Rian Leonich. You saw both cars there. You thought maybe they'd be able to work together, maybe get up there around Corey Shepard, but unfortunately he fell back. So we'll see what happens for Pereira as the race continues.
Yeah, Corey Shepard out there in that clean air, like these guys really got to try harder to keep him from getting out there in that clean air, because once he's out there, he is hard to catch.
Very, very, very hard to catch. And we'll see what happens. Remember, the pit window here is opening up at about lap 6, so we're almost there already in this one. Just a few laps time. So we'll see if anybody adopts to come down early tonight, and we'll see how that pans out. I just think that leaves such a long run for a set of tires if you come in that early. It's almost 20 laps on your tires there at the end of the race. So I don't know if we'll see anybody come that early, but you never know. You never know. They know things we don't. They test and they know, and we don't get to test in like they do. Look at this right here, guys, side by side. We got some door-to-door action. And Mike Budzine, that's him on the inside in the V8 Supercar Americas Series Commodore. And the number 15 machine is going to take that inside advantage and put it to good use.
Making his way back up through the field after that early race incident where he got knocked off the track. Now he's making back some spots.
When I see that livery on Mike Budzine's car, it is nostalgic. It's just, for me, I've seen him in that paint for a long time now, and it's just it's a good one. It's a classic. Represents the series very well. So
I like how he uses it not only on his supercar, but he also uses it on his boat. He does some sim boat racing, and his truck for American Truck Simulator, and everything he uses that paint scheme for is RC car racing and everything. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's good representation, and it's just he has a passion for the series. It shows, and you know it's a great thing that he does a lot for the series.
On board with Dylan Pereira as he's still trying to catch up and work on Kenneth Latter for that 4th position.
Yeah, camera angle showing you right there the wheel work there of Pereira, seeing if he can move back up. We saw him get close earlier, and then we saw the Simrigs Mustang break away. Now here he is back within that car length. He is right there on it. Let's see if he can get that good run. But I think we're about to be at the part of the track where we see Latter can break away. And look at this, Kane. Pit Road has got some action right here on lap 6. It's Stephen Banks heading down pit road, one of the KFC machines, as he finds his pit stall. And
yes,
they're getting his stop underway.
Banks was involved in that collision early on. Probably had a little damage and was probably just itching to get in just as soon as he could.
And so we'll see how that stop affects his laps and his position. And as we keep looking at this battle right here between Pereira and Kenneth Latter. Pereira with a great run. And here he has an opportunity. It's going to be on the inside, Kane. This is a big run right here for Pereira. If it'll stick, I don't know. A great push from Kenneth Latter. They're going to have contact. This is great racing as Kenneth Latter able to maintain the position. Fantastic job. He had this, looked like he was going to lose that spot, but was able to get a great run there. Contact was made, but that's just good racing.
Latter able to get collected, start to pull away, but look at that. Pereira reeled him in half the distance just in that turn. So we're definitely seeing that there is a part of the track that Corey Brandon You can see he's in for his pit stop now, but there's definitely a part of the track that Kenneth Latter is faster, and definitely a track where Pereira is faster.
Yeah, we've seen that from a few races this year with different guys. Obviously, tracks have different, different sections, and certain guys favor different style of the track. So, it makes a difference. You'll see somebody catch up and then fall back, catch up and fall back, and that's exactly what you're seeing right there. He's got a decent run right here, Kane. Pereira's gonna have a good opportunity here, especially down this straightaway. Let's see if he can make a move. I don't think he's quite close enough. I thought he might be there, but unfortunately did not get a good enough run to try to make something happen.
Corey Shepard up to 7.8 seconds ahead of second place Rian Leonage. Brian Borg trying his best to reel in Rian Leonage in that second spot, about less than a second now.
We're looking at the VRS replay right now. Oh, and now we're back live.
Oh,
I got thrown a loop. I also am loading my live feedback as well, so my apologies out there. I lost my live feed from the iRacing sim, so as soon as I have that back up, guys.
seeing a pretty good battle back here for 8th and 9th with the Sheedy and Brandt.
Yeah, it's a good battle right now between these two, and right now this could be a good one. He's within a car length. He's gonna look to the outside, Kane. Let's see if he can get around him. Just didn't have quite enough momentum. He keeps looking to the outside. I like that. Just the pass hadn't been there.
Well, that ain't Brandt. Who the heck is that?
That is Vander. I have to pull it. I don't have my information. I think it's Vander. Vander.
Oh, that's right, Vander Sant. That's right.
Yes, that's Alexander Vandersand. Like I said, my live footage should be right back up. The iRacing sim loading up for me, so. Yeah, Michael Bandini. Looking at his car, a little damage there on the driver's side, but hanging in there in the number 23 Mustang. He's looking ahead to the number 18 Commodore. He'd love to get around the KFC livery there. Corey Brand.
Up at the front, Brian Borg has reeled in Leonage to half a second. He has officially caught Brian Leonage, and the battle is on.
And that is the battle for second place, guys. So that is a big one. And one thing I like about this camera angle, not only do you get to see the wheel work of the drivers, you can also get a look at the helmets. Man, that's an awesome helmet he's got on there. I like that shell helix helmet. Oh, great onboard footage.
And iRacing has done such an amazing job on this track.
Yeah, they really have. I've been very impressed thus far. And as always, I want to thank Jake Kennedy for an amazing job producing, directing this broadcast. Does a wonderful job bringing you guys these amazing overlays and keeps everything running smoothly. And just does a fantastic job.
Little lock up there from Leonage. That'll let Borg get just that much closer.
Yes, came back up here, Dylan Pereira. Remember, he's been working on Kenneth Latter for a long time. I thought he had him just a moment ago, but did not do it again. So close.
Yeah,
No
these guys
cigar.
having a heck of a battle as well. They can stay with him for half the track and look like he's just about to pass him. Then the other half, Kenneth Latter just has a better rhythm on and is able to pull back away. But one thing about it, Sebastian Tixier back behind him, back behind those guys, looks like he's catching them.
Man, that would be fun to see him get up there and get along in the mix. And keep in mind, a lot of these guys haven't even thought about heading down pit road yet. So when we're sitting here on about the halfway point coming up, might be an ideal time to start looking at some guys heading down pit road. And we'll see if anybody elects to do that coming up here soon.
Yeah, we usually see some varying pit strategies from Brian Borg. We've seen him come in later than everyone else and try to have those fresher tires later in the race. And we've seen him do the undercut and be successful with it. And so it's hard to say which way Brian Borg is going to go because he's done it several times each way. So I'll be interested to see.
Yeah, a lot of
his pit strategy.
A lot of varying factors. A lot of it depends on what his opponents are doing, what the track availability is, what kind of traffic he's in, what kind of just a lot of different variables. And nobody knows exactly but him, and we'll see what happens here shortly. But it looks like most everybody's going to go through at least close to the halfway point of this thing, if not past it, to come down pit road. Hey, you looking at?
Look at it, Bruce Tannick. There you see he's caught up to Alexander Van der Sant and Wayne Sheedy. We've seen Bruce have trouble early on and get sent to the back, and now he's caught up to the halfway point. So a pretty good recovery run from Bruce Tannick.
Yeah, very, very good job since the drop of the green flag for Tannick. As you see these three guys battling it out for 8th place. And just to let you guys know, your race leader is Corey Shepard. Just want to throw that out there. Corey Shepard has led the way since the drop of the green flag. He is out there like Sunday driving, just out there all by himself, enjoying the lead. But behind him, Rian Leonich is still fighting hard to keep Brian Borg from getting up there and battling with him.
Van der Sant entering pit lane. That's going to break up that battle between those guys. Also got Tasnov in the pits.
Okay, so right here at lap 12, almost to the halfway mark, we start seeing a couple guys elect to come down pit road. And now you're seeing that was Van der Sant coming down as well, as we saw just a second ago. Back to the battle with Kenneth Latter and Pereira. And Pereira is just in that same spot. He is right there with Kenneth Latter, just unfortunately not able to get up and around Kenneth Latter. So a very close lap times between the two guys. They've been very consistent, and that has been why Pereira has not been able to get up past Kenneth Latter. Another car coming down pit road right now, that is Andrew Johnstone in the number 24 Mustang. Pereira looks like he's going to have an opportunity here if he can keep inching closer. He is closing this gap just, little by little. You see him right now within a car length, just a little over a car length. But then you see Kenneth Latter, he's so good on some of these exits. His exit speed is really good. And look at this, we're going to see Pereira elect to come down pit road, so that's going to shake that one up. That'll break that battle up momentarily. And now we see Pereira and Rian Leonich come down pit road.
As well as Brian Borg, who was right there behind him. So that's going to
And Sebastian.
make an interesting race out of the pit lane.
Yeah, so a lot of guys headed down pit road right now. Definitely the busiest. We've seen it since the drop of the green flag. This is literally the halfway point in the race. You see right there, Brian Borg get away. Rian Leonich got away as well. Let's see. Leonich got a little bit of an advantage there, it looked like, coming out of pit road.
Pereira got ahead of Ladder.
Great job.
No. I think Ladder has not pit.
Okay, I was like, uh-oh, where'd he go? There he is. There's Kenneth Ladder. He is not pit yet. So he and, of course, Corey Shepard have not come down pit road yet. The Mr. Antenna Mustang is still out there leading the race. And I got a feeling he'll be coming down this time. It's just a feeling. Could be wrong.
Yeah, the Rian Leonich Brian Borg battle, it worked a little better for Leonich than Brian Borg. They extended that gap up to 1 second, but now they've come up on some slow traffic. That's going to allow Brian Borg to catch up a lot of that time. He's down to half a second again. Oh, he's even losing still more time yet.
Boy, that's gonna make a mark.
Yes, it is. Who is that?
Look at this, down on the inside. They're gonna get around. That's some loud traffic. I'm not sure who that is, Kane, but look at this. Brian Borg's gonna look for a passing opportunity. The Racecraft Mustang tried to look for that spot, that opportunity. And the Hydrographics Commodore is able to hold off a hard charging Brian Borg for now.
Adam Moore was that car just in front of those guys. He's went down pit road. He's not going to be a factor anymore. Brian Borg going to the inside. Is he going to have enough room?
Oh, looks
yes,
like he's
right on the curb.
Yes, looks like that's going to stick. Maybe not, Kane. Maybe not. They're going to go door to door this time. The inside's going to go down to the Hydrographics Commodore. We got a beautiful door to door race between these two. Look at this, trading back and forth through it, each one having an inside advantage, but that is Brian Borg who's going to have it stick for good. Well, I say that, and here comes another charge. What a fantastic back and forth battle between Rian Leonich and Brian Borg. Ultimately, the Racecraft Mustang is the winner between the battle for now, as he is able to hold that spot.
After his pit stop, Kenneth Ladder has lost 2 spots. So pit stops devastational for Kenneth Ladder.
I'm gonna put the trademark after that one there, Ken.
Yeah, usually that's reserved for big wrecks and stuff, but that's unbelievable losing 2 spots like that. But to be fair, one of those was just within 0.04 seconds. That the difference, him and Dylan Pereira. So to lose 0.4 seconds in the pits is pretty easy to do.
Yeah, I got some guys on pit road right now. Wade Sheedy, I saw come down a minute ago.
Corey Brandt and Gary Valletta on pit road.
Very nice. Well, Rian Leonich, he's going to look, don't think he's got the pace, but he did so. Wait a minute, he's going to stick that nose down in there. There's big trouble. Oh, no, Brian Borg is going to go down from a contact, and that is so unfortunate. Maybe got a little too aggressive with that one right there and caused an incident. Luckily, Brian Borg is not too far back, so the Racecraft Mustang may be able to get back up there. That was unfortunate. I didn't look at that. And you see, guys, these guys were battling hard. He was really on. I mean, he was pushing hard, and I don't think he got on the brakes good enough there and got into the back right quarter panel of the number 2 Racecraft Mustang. And you see there, Brian Borg did a remarkable job saving that. That could have been a lot worse. And he kept those tires spinning the whole time. And
There is not too many drivers on the track that can handle the car on those limits as good as Brian Borg.
And race leader is headed down pit road, by the way. But what I was going to say, Kane, yeah, the wheels never stopped spinning. He kept the car in great control. And because of that, he is still well within range of getting back up here and getting his spot back from Rian Leonich there.
Yeah, you
And
can
with
see he's
11 laps to go.
asking for a redress, flashing his lights at him saying, hey, buddy, you going to redress that? But, maybe, Brian Borg attempted that pass on Leonich a couple laps before in the same turn. And Leonich did leave him plenty of room. When Leonich tried it on Borg, he closed the door. So it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a racing deal. Leonich may have sent it in a little too hard, but he could have been left a little room too.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional because I think he literally pressed too hard. I think I don't know if he got on the brakes too late, didn't want to lock him up. I don't know. That's a hard one to call. But I know that Brian Borg's not going to be happy with that. That's unfortunate to see happen just because you got two guys that have had a great race, especially between each other. They've had a really good back and forth race. And just unfortunate, but it's not the end of the day. We got plenty of racing left with 11 laps to go in this one, and we'll see how things continue between them. We're looking on right now as the guys are going here. James Woods down pit road, so he is in his pit stall there. Hard to get a good view of him. But I promise he's back there. There he is. In the Cool Drive Commodore. Look at this right here, guys. Remember we talked about Kenneth Latter losing 2 spots earlier. We're on board with him right now. He is currently sitting in the 6th position, so 1 spot shy of where he started in tonight's race. He is looking ahead right now, trying to gain one of those spots back. Let's see if he's able to do so.
We have seen a lot of great battles between these two in the last season, between Kenneth Latter and Sebastian Tixier. So these two have raced with each other quite a bit. So we're about to see a good battle.
Yes, the race is underway between these two, and right now we get to see, we're starting to see a little bit of Kenneth Latter falling back. Here he is. This is going to be a spot where he can get some of this back. We'll see if he's able to do so.
Brian Borg has made up half a second on Rian Leonich. And every time they get in a straight, he flashes his lights at him, let him know he's coming.
And there he does it again, yeah. Yeah, he's not happy with what happened. And rightfully so.
Well, when you've been in enough of the races like these guys, you know that this week you're the one that is the recipient of an accident, but next weekend you're the one that accidentally runs in a little too deep. So it's best not to get too angry about these things, because next week it could be your mistake that spins somebody around.
But I do understand too. These guys are great drivers, man. They get out here, they know what they're doing. And,
they do.
And when you have, it's frustrating when you prepare for a race. I understand the frustration when you look at it from one driver's point of view. He's just up there racing. He's ahead now. He's not from behind. So it's the responsibility of the guy from behind not to ram into the driver in front. And so I understand his frustration, that he was not able to get on the brakes. And I'm sure it was an honest mistake. He drove it in harder than he realized. And it, ran out of room. Boom, the contact was made. But, we have seen guys in the past that have seceded their position when something like that happens. They will let the guy that they hit back around. So, some guys will do that as a show of respect, and some guys won't. So it's just, look at this pass we just saw right here. It's the 2 racecraft cars right there. That was really good by Kenneth Latter. making a really good move right there. And wow. Here I am rambling on in a beautiful pass. Let's take a look at the VRS replay on that one. Just a beautiful pass right here, guys. Watch this. Using the straight, staying right in the slipstream. Right down to the inside and just lag butter. Just thank you.
Did Tixie get a little squirrely there also once Kenneth got around? Okay. It looked like his car went sideways, so.
And there's Brian Board. Remember, he was trying to get back up to Rian Lianic. He has caught back up a little bit. He's still got a little more work to do with 9 laps to go. But he has closed the gap a little bit, Kane. So this is going to happen again. We should see another battle between these two. And I am going to be excited to see them go at it here as our final laps are starting to show. Look at the lap times compared to Lianic here on your screen. You can see right there the times, and he is starting to run him down. This is a hard-pressing Brian Borg, and he has got this incident in his mind, and he is not going to let it go. But let's see how he's able to get up here and make this pass. I don't think he'll retaliate or anything like that. He's just going to get up here and try to get around him. Boy, Kane, you're right. He is constantly flashing those lights at Lianic, letting him know.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that when you've got 2 different race cars involved in one singular incident, both drivers are going to have a different view of what happened.
Oh, look at this, guys.
Yeah, some slow traffic going to get in the way. That's going to get Brian Borg that much closer. He's within a second now.
Yeah, this is it. We're going to be seeing this. We're going to start to see some passing opportunities in just a moment. He's literally within 2 car lengths in the right in the apex of the turn there. Let's see. He is really closing it down now. Brian Borg pressing on. He is wanting this bad. With 7 laps to go here in the Hungaroring, the sun's starting to go down here in Hungary, and it is a great time for some V8 Americas racing. Don't go anywhere, guys. This is about to heat up. Oh man, that Racecraft number 2 Mustang is pressing on. He wants to get up here to the Hydrographics Commodore, and he wants that spot back.
Yeah, he is one of those drivers that you get him out of sorts, and he's faster.
Yeah, he looks locked in and loaded, man. He literally looks dialed in. He's doing really good. Looks focused. He is really pressing on.
While he's working on catching him, I do want to remind you guys that there is another car in front of those guys. Corey Shepard has been leading this thing since the drop of the green flag, and he has pulled away to a 15-second lead ahead of those guys. Of course, you've seen that they've had an incident and stuff like that as well. But, yeah, a heck of a run for Corey Shepard out in front, just continuing to pull away.
Back to the big battle for second place between Rian Lianic and Brian Borg. We're still about the same spot we were a second ago, but we are inching ever so closely. At one point, he was within 0.2 seconds and sitting at about 0.4 right now. But you're at a point, you're so close now, and you're within about a car length and a half. You can start looking at making a move if you get a good enough run. So here he is, Kane. He has closed that gap. Here we go down this front stretch here at the Hungaroring. Let's see if he's able to get in that slipstream. Look at what happened right there. Leonich took a really wide turn there. He didn't want him to get in that slipstream. Look at this. Brian Borg going to press. Not going to be enough. Not going to be enough, but he's got plenty of time left. 6 laps to go in this one. He doesn't want to get too aggressive too early. He still has plenty of time.
Yeah, I would
he's
just put
gonna
the
get
pressure on there because Leonard's been running in a little hard and locking the brakes up. I would just put some pressure on him and see if you could get him to do a lockup again.
Kane, I think we're going to see a little nudge here. I think we're going to see a little bumpy here. I really do.
He's so fast he caught him in just a few laps there.
I think he's going to let him know. Yep, here it is. He's going to let him know he's there. And he's going to say, I did not appreciate what you did. Down on the inside, he's going to have a great opportunity. This pass could be good. It is gorgeous. What a pass. Really good pass there from Brian Borg. He gets his spot back. So just a textbook pass down on the inside. And Brian Borg does it beautifully to regain his spot there. The number 2 car back in second place with 6 laps to go. And we'll see. He's really breaking away from Leonich here.
Yeah, I'm glad to see he was able to do it clean because you don't have to worry about no protests or anything.
Right. I was worried for a second there, Kane. I was like, oh, he's going to get up there and give him a bump. He's going to give him a bump. But he did it well. He did it well. He got up there, made a beautiful pass, and the Racecraft Mustang regained second place. And Leonich is still there. I thought that Borg was breaking away, but Leonich is hanging with him. So we may see this thing may not be over between the two. And they're going to entertain us all the way to the checkered flag, it looks like.
It does look like that.
And I am all for it.
You know, there are
look at this.
Some drivers that are, this is a good battle between
Tanek
Bruce
and Van Sant.
Yeah, Van Sant.
So Alexander Van Sant in 8th place. He is trying to hold on to his spot. As behind him, we see the Mag and Turbo machine there of Tanek. And he is holding on to. This one is good. Just because it's not up in the top 2 or the top 3, we got good battles here all the way in the mid pack here, and I thought we were going to see him duck out.
Bruce has done a great job making his way back up to these battles.
5 laps left in this one. That's all we got left, guys. 5 laps to go. Corey Shepard leads the way, as he has since the drop of the green flag. It has been his kind of day, as the Mr. Antenna Mustang continues to show why he is such a prominent figure in this series. And you'll see him as he comes across the start-finish line here shortly. And 4 to go is now on the clock. So 4 laps to go here at the Hungaroring. Back to the battle between Rian Leonich and Brian Borg. And Brian Borg's got just a little bit of cushion there. Nothing he can get too comfortable with at all by any means, but he's got a little bit of a cushion. There's Kenneth Latter, and behind him another Racecraft. That's the number 7 Mustang. And then James Chastanoff back here in the Emu Mustang as well. So there's that battle we were talking about a moment ago with Alexander Van der Sant.
Tanek to the inside. He's going to get it done clean.
Hold on.
Maybe not.
Hold on. They're going to go door to door. He's not giving it up that easy. And right now Van der Sant has the inside, and he's going to hold on. That Holden is holding on to that spot, Kate. He's not going to give it up. I thought he had it. I thought you were right. I thought we were going to see Tanek with a clean pass there, but a great job to never give up. He stayed in there, kept it nose to the grind, and was able to maintain the position.
Yeah, we've seen that several times this race through that little complex there where they're able to get side by side, and then you think they've got it, but then it goes back the other way. The other car's got the inside line, and he's able to maintain his spot. We've seen that probably 4 times tonight.
And the Husingveld Commodore is going to maintain position. That is wonderful right there from Alexander Van der Zandt. And you know what, Kane? I don't think it's over. There's 3 laps to go, and the Mag and Turbo Commodore is going to get back up there again. Tanek may get up there and get another chance to make this pass.
Well, Brian Borg's still flashing, so I think he just likes flashing his lights on the straightaways.
It may be something that's happening automatically.
Oh, he's coming up on slow traffic, so he's just letting them know,
Yeah.
hey, you better get out of my way. I'm coming.
So, guys, if you have just joined us or joined us recently, it has been a really good race so far, and we only have 3 laps left in this one. Look at how, whoa, we got really loose, and he's going to lose the position there. Tanek going to go around Van der Zandt. That was a really rough turn there for Van der Zandt. He's going to lose that spot. He got so loose there. Yeah, the Husingveld Commodore got so loose. I don't know exactly what happened. Just looked and that back end was tail finning. Brian Borg still holding on to second place. Rian Leonich in the Melbourne Hydrographics Commodore pushing on. He would love to try to get another chance at this P2.
Yeah, as they got into some slow traffic, they did pull away pretty quick for him. I'll give him that, and gave him plenty of track room. Borg was able to get a little bit of a run away from Leonich, but Leonich has done away with that and has got that gap back down to half a second.
Yeah, he's not giving it up at all. And look at this, some lap traffic coming up. Where's your hood at, sir? He has lost his hood there on the KFC number 13.
He's had a much worse race than we've seen on our cameras, but and that thing's still a nice looking car without the bonnet. Is that the right one? Bonnet?
Well, if you're in Australia, that is correct. To me, it's a hood, over in America. So it's one of those differences based on location, but it's the same thing. I just hear that old song, where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? That's all I could hear when I saw that. I was like, where's your hood at, man? All right, guys, 2 laps is all we got left. The white flag is going to be waving the next time by, and that is when Corey Shepard comes around. The white flag will be waving. We'll be on our final lap here as we get ready to bring another week to close here in the America Series. But before we do, we got some more racing left in this one. Can Leonich get up there and give Brian Borg another run for his money? That is a big question. We'll see if that happens in just a moment. Back a little bit further, Kenneth Latter and Sebastian Tixier is still going at it as well. That's a great battle between those 2 gentlemen. And then the Mag and Turbo Commodore trying to hold off Alexander Van der Zandt. Tanek doing it well up in 8th place. And we are officially on the final lap. So this is it, the final lap. Right here from the brand new Hungaroring, or brand new in the simulator at least, and it is not disappointed.
No, it has not. It's a beautiful track, and it has provided some pretty good action.
All the way to the final, the checkers here. Look at this with Sebastian and Kenneth Latter. They are still going at it. Can Tixier get up there and make it happen? Don't know. He's pressing. I just don't think he's got enough time.
Yeah, but boy, he has done a good job catching back up to Latter after nearly spinning out after Kenneth Latter got around him, to be able to take that almost 2-second gap and get it back down to half a second. That was a good effort.
Very good very good effort, but we're going to have to look at Corey Shepard. This guy has dominated tonight's race, and he deserves that little bit of camera time here on the final lap as he brings this thing around. What should be another win for him in the Americas Series, and what a big day for him it was. Really performed well in qualifying, got the pole position, got out in the clean air, and like we said, once he hits that clean air, he is hard to catch, and you'll see it right here. He will win our first America's race at the Hungaroring.
Back behind him, Leonid still hasn't given up. He's really, really close. He's less than half a second away, but he ain't got any time left.
Oh, what a run. And Brian Borg's going to catch step 2 on the podium, and Leonich will sit on the final step of that podium. Back in the 4th spot, it looks like it's going to be Kenneth Latter. I was hoping that one was going to really go down to the wire, but Bruce Tannick looks like he's going to do this comfortably, and he will. That was a really good, fun race between those two gentlemen.
We did miss the 3rd place car, Dylan Pereira. I don't know where I never did even see him cross, but
I thought, wait a second, 3rd place was Dylan Pereira. I thought that was Rian Leonich in 3rd.
Well, yeah, my scoreboard is messed up. Dylan Pereira back in 19th.
Okay.
So
well,
after the race went over, my scoreboard scrambled, so that was my fault.
It's easy to mess up. They both have similar liveries, so it's very understandable. Let's take a look at our final results here from our first ever run here at the Hungaroring. Corey Shepard, your winner, and is Ford. We have another Ford behind him with Brian Borg. And then our first Holden, Rian Leonich, finishes in 3rd. Dylan Pereira will finish 4th. Kenneth Latter 5th. Sebastian Tixier will finish 6th. James Chastanoff will finish 7th. 8th goes to Bruce Tannick, while Alexander Van der Zandt will finish 9th. 10th goes to Wade Sheedy, and that is our top 10. Moving on back, we got Adam Moore in 11th. 12th will be Darren Shannon, Chad Williams, Jason Fewens, Damian Cooper, and Mike Budzine to 16th. 17th, James Woods, Stephen Banks, 18th. 19th will go to Andrew Johnstone and Gary Valletta in 20th. As we look at the back 5, we have Michael Bandini, Corey Brand, Travis Rodriguez, Jared Bailey, and Ben Stewart. That is our 25-car field from the Hungaroring. Let's take a look at where we're going to be next week as we get ready to go to beautiful Long Island. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful track. Man, that looks like vacation, dude.
I wish we would just be there
Long
in person.
Beach, man. I said Long Island. I meant to say Long Beach. We're going to the beautiful Long Long Beach, California. Absolutely beautiful, man. I am looking forward to that next week. That is going to be awesome, man. Look how good iRacing did with this street circuit, man. It is just beautiful. My brother lives out there, so it's really cool. I'd love to go out there for the event, but that'll be next week, and I am looking forward to that game.
Well, we've seen a heck of a race here, man, and Dylan Pereira ended up in the 4th position after all that confusion. So a good run from him, and from all those guys. Man, what a tough track, and those guys did pretty well with it. So good race, guys.
Where the hood at? And don't lose your hood next week. Just remember, we'll be here next week, same time, same place. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you get a chance, leave a like on the YouTube page or wherever you get a chance to watch. Thanks for your support. We do this for your entertainment, and we enjoy this series. It's a wonderful series with great guys, and we really do enjoy doing this series. Thank you so much to everybody. Y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you guys next week from Long Beach. Y'all have a great week.
Okay.
fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction, he's got rid of the outside of both of them! Maloney!
Oh, he's taken Anderson. Anderson's up to him. Oh my God! Big crash. Oh my goodness, half the field's going to get involved.
Second very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly. Oh, here we go. Oh no! That's massive! This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my God!
God, what?